Well, welcome to the broadcast. It is the 8th day of the month. The year is 2023. Welcome to yet another amazing episode of the State of the Nation. And just a day after we have seen a lot of drama in National Assembly as members of Parliament discuss the fate of the Finance Bill 2023. And this discussion do matter. That's why in studio today I'm privileged to host two very distinguished people at St. Paul's University. On my immediate right is the Mr. St. Paul's University, who is also a global youth ambassador, who is also a climate entrepreneur, a volunteer at Arigato International, and also a fellow at Court 7 East Africa. I'm telling you, quite a profile gentleman. Glad to have you in the discussion. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
All right. Na luku naona Kama kawaida. You're welcome, sir. And also on my left is the Miss St. Paul's University Kenya, who is also a mental advocate, environmentalist, and she is a teacher by profession, Laureen Opili.
Yeah.
Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you so much.
And Vincent Odor. Karibuni sana.
Asante.
First of all, let me just begin by this. Winning Mr. and Miss St. Paul's. How was it for you? I'm going to start with you because they say ladies first. Not that I'm neglecting you. I'm coming to you. How was the experience like, winning St. Paul's University, Miss St. Paul's?
Winning Miss St. Paul's University, it's something I worked for almost a year. So, yeah, it felt good. It felt at least I achieved what I wanted to. So, it felt good, though I won't lie, at some point it's a lot of pressure because everyone is looking at you and yeah, you have to deliver something. So after your reign, people need to remember you by something. What did you do? And that's a kind of pressure everyone goes.
So was it, I want to understand this, was it the first time, like you said, it was a lot of investment. Was it the first trial, second, third, fourth, fifth? How was it? When did the modeling journey start?
I started modeling in high school.
High school?
Yes.
Wow.
I studied in high school, though we won't say that high school modeling is that serious. So I took it to another level when I joined St. Paul's University. So I felt like, okay, my friends used to tell me, you're melanin, and mostly if you look at commercial modeling and not just pageantry, but the runways, mostly we have the dark models and they do so well. So I was like, why won't I give a try? And from my works and everything, I decided maybe this can take me somewhere. So I decided to give it a try.
Melanin all the way.
Melanin all the way. And let me tell you, Wema.
Yeah.
Yeah, melanin can take you far.
Yeah.
So at times you feel you meet girls out there and they're like, I feel I'm so black and I'm not beautiful, blah blah blah. I just wish to tell them, just from my article I wrote last time, you're never limited from your color, from your body type, from anything. That's what makes you unique. Yeah. Okay. Wow. So embrace that and work on that. That is what I did.
Wow, that's beautiful. Great stuff there. And you've been doing well. Mr. St. Paul's, how was it like? Is it the first attempt? How was the experience like for you?
To me, at times I fail to understand how these things unfold. Like, whenever you want something and you work towards it and you pray about it, definitely it will work.
Yeah.
True.
Behind each and every person, behind each and every successful man, be it man or lady, there is that hard work. And each and everybody, if we were to give opportunities, you'll find testimonies that will be even much more serious than yours.
That's true.
You see. So to me, what I do, I wouldn't say much about my experience, but it's something I started all the way from Mr. Fresher.
You started from Mr. Fresher.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to that event very frightened. If you see my story in my article that was published the other day, I started as Mr. Fresher, went to Web 360, beaten,
great stuff,
and first runners up. Went to Limuru.
Okay.
Yeah, that is Minigala. First runners up still. Beaten by the same person twice.
Once beaten, twice shy.
And I was like, why is this guy beating me more than once? Because I know I'm not from my home. My dad used to tell me, if I'm a failure, it's me alone. He hasn't given birth to any failure before. Yeah. So when I went to Gala, Gala was my life-defining moment at St. Paul's University, because that very night I was awarded the Rising Star Award across the 4 campuses, and I felt like God,
It's
thanks for
you-
this.
it's
I
you
didn't
there.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, I was working towards being Mr. St. Paul's, but I didn't know that very night. It was like it was my event, because being awarded at the same night, the next morning being crowned as
Yes,
the
Mr.
Mr.
St.
University
Paul.
Kenya.
Yeah.
I felt so nice. So all I'll say is it's God, yeah, and
Yeah.
the hard work.
It's good and hard work.
Yeah.
I was waiting to see the part that you said behind every successful man there is a
There's
there's a one man
And
behind.
behind every-
But you have demystified it is hard work.
Yeah, it's hard work.
It's hard work really, that's for sure. And I want us to dive into the discussion. The reason why I invited you here is because as a country, as a nation where we are, there's a new government of the day, and it's having a lot of policies,
Yeah.
left, right, and center. Some of them we'll discuss later. But in regards to your profession, you've invested in your art. Do you think the government of the day is considerate of the fact that yes, there are so many ways of making it in life, but you could use your talent to earn a living?
I'll talk about this based on me being a teacher.
Yeah.
So we're moving from the 844 system to now a CBC. And if you dive into the CBC system, you'll notice that we're not going just books.
Yeah.
We're doing it more practically.
Yeah.
By practically, when a kid is at younger age, you're able to identify what they're good at. And what I mean by what they're good at, you're able to identify their talent, their ability. And from that, they're nurturing. As teachers, we nurture them from there. So I'll say that yes, the government is trying to embrace their talent, their ability, and hobbies by introducing CBC. So at times you hear people are like, no, CBC is not good, it's expensive, but on my side, I'll say CBC is so good when it comes to talents, culture, sports, and all that.
Okay.
I think we should embrace it.
You should embrace it. Are there like modeling, classes in in high schools and stuff like that, so that when they come to campus, so that they don't get the culture shock? As Vincent is saying, he was frightened. Is there a platform you think in high school where people are trained to model and all that?
High school, it depends with the high school. So nowadays, most of the high school have modeling clubs, which helps. Like for me in my school, I had modeling club. This is where I started my modeling. At least you get to know one or two about modeling. Yeah. But I think we should introduce not just modeling, but something else.
Okay.
Just depending on the culture and what someone is good at and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on the culture and what somebody is
Yes,
good at.
but in the near future, when this CBC keeps going, sorry, I'll emphasize on CBC
Okay.
because it's something that I'm sure it will help us in the coming future. Yeah, because we have a class of art and design and all that. So modeling is basically about that.
Okay.
So in the near future, yes,
Okay.
we'll have a class of that in the high school.
That's good. Vincent, do you think you as a Mr. St. Paul's is quite a title? Do you think that position is important in terms of maybe creating opportunities? You're an ambassador of so many things here. Did you feel like you got some titles courtesy of Mr. St. Paul's? And do you think modeling is something that should be supported and embraced as other professions? They put emphasis on other professions.
Mwema,
Yeah.
just to mention something,
Yeah.
talking of youths, we've got a certain talent when it comes to embracing our talents.
Sure.
We ride on things that don't even exist. Like somebody just wakes up in the morning, goes to dictionary, checks, my name is Mwema.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of Mwema? Successful man. And then you feel you're successful, you see.
Yeah, true.
It doesn't work like that. One thing I'll mention, if you see, I'm a keen follower and I love a guy called Steve Harvey.
Yeah, Steve.
He says, wake up and do that thing that you always think of late in the night and work on it. Write it down on paper and follow your dreams. You see, I wouldn't say being Mr. St. Paul's led to these other titles, the Global Youth Ambassador. You have to sweat. Because talking of the government, based on the question that you asked, if the government really supports, we're blaming the government so much, forgetting they have a role to play in terms of development. When it comes to politics, sorry to mention that, there is something, yeah, there is something called, in terms of politics, we've got, in terms of, politics, we've got emotions. When you're talking, you talk like you hit emotions and you hit logics. So we, at times, we tend to vote these people because they tend to hit emotions.
True.
Leaving those leaders that will follow and help us nurture our talents and dreams. You see, if I tell you I'll be giving you food, you feel, enyewe jamaa ametujali. If I tell you I'm going to build up a school, how many youths love school?
Not all.
Not all. If we were to go to school. So I think, or I'll advise anyone, like anyone who will come to me, in terms of the government is not there for us. The government, you'll only, nothing comes on a silver platter. That is
Correct.
Yeah. So you'll only be given something if you have something to offer. For me to be a global youth ambassador, I had to give a genuine reason why I should be given that. Or my ability and my, you see, there is difference between influence and interest. You might have the influence, but you don't have the interest. You might have both. You might have influence, no interest. You see. So there is so many things we have to work on as youths. Yeah, I wouldn't lie about that. So it's all about knowing who you are, working towards what you want, and I'll mention again, prayers.
So
still on that, you asked about if the government has taken any step on modeling. Personally, I'll say Kenya. Yeah, I understand Kenya is a third world country and we're not that far, but Kenya, modeling, not so serious. If you compare Kenya to countries like, let's not go out of Africa, let's talk of South Africa. South Africa is doing so good in modeling, so we can't really compare Kenya to South Africa. But if we get to compare Kenya to Uganda, Tanzania, and at least we're somewhere. But I feel like this is something we should take into consideration and try to, if it's about financing, if it's about training models, if it's about scouting and getting, actually we have many people out here who are so good. And if, for example, we've been put in the same place, maybe they'll beat us. That's true, right? Really? So we should do something about it.
What in your suggestion, what should be done different? Because I believe modeling is also an avenue, you know, to expose people to positions and tell people, you know, this is what I have and I can do this. You know, we have seen models who are brand ambassadors who have earned a living out of the art of presentation of what they are presenting. What do you think should be done differently as a country in your position that you have? You know, it's a very big position. Maybe you can influence some people watching this program. What do you think should be done differently? And I will pose the same question to you, Vincent.
So in my position, actually, I always get DMs, Instagrams, Twitter, and everywhere. People asking me, yes, I feel like I'm a model, but I don't know how to start it. So what I think should be done is we have agencies. Let's start with agencies. But joining those agencies are so expensive. So at times you've been told you need something like 20,000 a month. You are a student, you need to pay your fees, you need to pay your rent, you need to pay your food, and at the same time you want to take care of your talent. It's so expensive. So if the government could at least cut the costs, or maybe let's have a public agency that at least trains people, that would be better.
That would be better. What do you think should be done differently? You know, you have your big model. What do you think should be done differently, you know, for people to be engaged in that particular profession of modeling?
I wouldn't talk much about modeling. Actually, I did modeling, but I'm more of a politician than a model. Actually, my interest lies more in serving than serving myself. Serving others than serving myself. If I model today, win a title, and then I'm given big stuffs, it's me. If I go out there, be a global ambassador, fight against ending child poverty, it's serving the community. That is what I've always done. And that is what I've always yearned to do, you see. But what I'll advise someone in terms of modeling, it's not easy. If you always handle problems from the end, it's quite easy.
Behind the scene.
If you watch things from the end, it's good to go rather than watching them from the beginning. Because maybe from the beginning you'll not see the challenges, but at the end, people will criticize us tell you did this and this,
You
it shouldn't
should
be
do
like,
yeah,
you see.
true.
But the investments you did, the pressure you undergo,
The tears,
the tears,
the prayers.
the prayers, and
Okay.
all sorts of things.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Because if you're a wise person, like if you listen to these guys with deep knowledge about different things and ideas, they'll always start from the negativity to see if you still want to carry on with the idea, you see. But if you hold on and say, okay, this is the disadvantage and this is the repercussion, this is the consequence, I'm still holding on.
You're still holding.
If you ride on things from the negativity, definitely you'll win. Because when the challenge comes, you say, oh,
Already
I was
know
expecting
what to
this
do.
one, you
Yeah.
see. But if you're there and you are told only the good things and you're like, wow, what is this? No, I'm turning back. Yeah. There comes a time when you don't know, like moving forward, moving behind,
Both hearts.
hurts.
Both hearts.
Yeah. Like standing on a razor.
Yeah. Some
So it's not easy.
You spit wisdom here. I can feel it. I want us to focus on winding the discussion. What was your best outfit in the hoop modeling session? What is this picture you look and say, wow, this one I nailed it.
My best outfit. Actually, I feel like all my outfits were not so bad. But I feel like what made me outstanding is my last. That is the dinner.
The dinner.
From my work, from my dress, and makeup. Okay, yeah, I just say my last. My
Okay.
last category. Yeah. And another one is, how do you call it? Not casual. Okay, casual wasn't that bad too. Okay, let me just find this. I'll go for dinner. Dinner was just the best. I feel like from my dinner, it expressed more of me.
What was the color of
It
the
was red,
a dress? I
a
presume.
dress.
Okay.
of course. Dinner dress. It was a red dress. Captured my body so well, and from my work, I mean, what are you saying?
Like we see somebody giving herself a lot of plaudits.
Yeah.
The dinner was outstanding. What was the best one for you?
Before even I mention my best,
Mm-hmm.
I would love to mention what inspired my best.
Okay. Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah. We come from different backgrounds, societies. Societies where there is those who will advise you positively, but at the end result is negative. You see, they'll never want to know whether you're going to hurt or not. So my best was the profession.
The professional wear.
Yeah, professional wear. I did a cobbler. Came on stage with a torn cloth, representing my neighborhood, the children and the sons of cobblers back at home. Though they thought I was doing something funny, but to me, in my heart,
knew
I
what
felt,
you
You're passing a message.
yeah,
Okay.
I was passing a message. Despite all me coming here, I wouldn't forget where I came from. So, yeah, it was my best because people were happy seeing what was there, but deep in, they didn't know the message
So
behind it.
unless
The inspiration
someone went
behind
deep
it.
into it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that was my best.
Oh.
I wouldn't even, if it was dinner, it was a suit. I'm used to suits.
Of course. Thank you so much for your time. I want to take your final advice to the young people who are watching out here, who look at you and see people who are mentors. They look up to you, and in regards to modeling and in regards to matters life. What is your message to them tonight?
So my message is, at times you look at people and you're like, I want to be like someone, but don't just look and try to be like someone. Just be you. We all different. I'm different, you're different, he's different, and that's what makes us all unique. So just embrace you, work on you, and yes, it doesn't have this goes to the youths mostly. It doesn't have to happen tomorrow, but eventually it will. So just, it's baby step at a time. Take your time, go step by step by step. As long as you have a goal and you're praying towards it and you're working towards it, trust me, it will work someday.
It will work.
Yeah.
Vincent,
Yeah.
your final thoughts to the youth.
First of all, I'd like to thank Peter Mwema for this platform. It's so much encouraging,
You're welcome.
inspiring.
You're welcome.
And at least we get to speak to the world, tell them what it takes, and yeah, the process. Lastly, what I'd like to tell each and everyone watching, Barack Obama got to be the president of United States of America at 50.
Yeah.
Trump got to be the president at 70.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the time. We work in different time zones.
True.
You might see me shining somewhere thinking I'm the best. No. It's my turn.
Yeah.
Your turn is coming.
Wow.
The fact that yours is taking longer doesn't mean you're failing. Keep carrying on and all shall be well.
Just to add on that,
Yeah.
I feel like we shouldn't give up. If you do something for the first time and
Yeah.
it's not working, just keep doing. We have this Miss SA, not SA, Miss. Oh Lord.
You forgot the name.
Now I've forgotten. US.
Yes.
Miss US.
Okay.
She went for the crown for the first time. She never got it.
Yeah.
Second time, third time, fourth time. She never gave up. So she kept
kept
going
on
for
trying.
it because she knew at some point this is what she really wanted. So yes, if you really want something, don't give up because you're not getting there yet. But trust me, you will. So my message, my last message is don't give up.
Don't
Keep
give up.
working towards it. And above all, prayer. Yeah.
Wow. Don't give up. Lauren Opili is the Miss St. Paul's University, Kenya, an environmentalist and also a teacher by profession.
Mental health.
Health advocate. Thank you for your time. Your time is appreciated here on Peter Mama Media, and keep on inspiring the youth outside here. And Vincent Otuori is the Mr. St. Paul's University, Kenya, a climate entrepreneur, also a global youth ambassador, a certified one, and also a volunteer to
Arigato International.
Arigato International. Yeah, and so many titles, a lot of accolades. I can't mention all of them. Your time, gentlemen, is appreciated on Peter Mama Media. And thank you also for our online viewers who have been with me till the end. Thank you so much for watching and supporting Peter Mama Media. Please subscribe for more content. My name is Peter Mama. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.